Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Back in 1814, there was this myth about Manhattan being sold for just $1 by the Red Indians to the Dutch. I'm gonna use that same $1, the $1 that you can see here, and show you the power of compounding. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how the Red Indians sold Manhattan for just $1 in 1814. In fact, this is a myth. The true story goes like this. Peter Minute, who was a Dutch colony for the New Netherlands back in 1626, not 1814, actually negotiated from the indigenous Lenape people to get Manhattan for about 60 Dutch guilders, which is roughly about $1,000 US dollars in today's currency. Now what we're going to do is we're going to assume that Manhattan was actually sold for $1 in 1814 to the Dutch people by the Red Indians. We're going to take this, I know this is a myth, but we're going to still assume this is what it was sold for. Now we're going to count in today's currency, this is 1814. When it's checked in 2024, if this $1 was invested by the Red Indians, so this was acquired by the Red Indians, according to that myth, if this was acquired by the Red Indians, and after they got that $1, after nearly, 200 years roughly, what is going to be that value, okay? Pause this video, don't use any calculator out there, I want you to guess the amount in 2024, what the value of that $1 would have been if it was invested, let's say, at an S&P 500 12% CAGR. And again, because this is a myth, I can also assume that S&P was already established back then and it was getting about 12% compounding average year on year from 1814 all the way to 2024. Alright. We'll do the maths, and for that I will need my calculator, which I've got here. I will calculate this in segments over, let's say, 50 years, and we'll start seeing how that $1 will compound over time. Okay, we are in the year 1814. Some Dutch guy just approached me to negotiate for selling Manhattan, which I own, my people own, and I sold that for $1. Now, 1814, this is $1. As I said, we're gonna try and do 50 years at a time. We're gonna move 50 years, and we're also gonna round it off a bit so it looks a bit cleaner to understand. So we're gonna assume this is 1800, and we'll move in segment of 50 years, okay? So let's see this as 1800, and now we are 1850. What is that new amount? If you know the answer, again, don't use any calculator, just guess. What do you think in 15 years? Again, we're gonna assume S&P 500 existed, compounding at 12% CAGR. So let's see in 50 years how much that amount would be. Alright, got my calculator. So 50 years later, moment of truth guys, what do you think? Millions of dollars. Right. $289. $289. You might think, oh my god, I waited 50 years to get $289. But again, what did I say? We are 2024 today. Still have a long way to go. The next year we're going to look at is 1900. What do you guys think the amount would be at 1900? Again, put it down in the comment section. Let's see if you get that right. Now I'm going to use my calculator here. Alright, moment of truth. New amount is 83,521.63. Now we're talking. This is in 1900. How many people have that much money in their bank today? Alright. Now let's keep moving. The next one. 1950 these. Were you born then? Comment down below and let me know if you were born by 1950. What do you think the next 50 years would get to? I've got my calculator. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see how many of you got that right. $24,137,933.97. Now, 1950s, if you had that much money in your bank account, you'd be probably one of the richest in the world. We still got time. Remember, this all started from $1. Nothing else. If anything, you've put that dollar somewhere and you've forgotten about it. Obviously, you won't be there, but your future generation will thank you for that $1. Now, let's keep moving. So the year now is, I'm gonna make some space here, 2000. That's a bit more familiar. We all know the 2000s. We've all seen that, most of us. What do you think that amount would be? Again, put it down in the comment section. If you have kids, maybe call them in. Let's have a game. Let's play these numbers game. It's a good educational thing for them. Compounding, we're talking about here. Compounding. Alright, let's see what that new number is. Alright, I've got the number here, guys. Let's see if we get this correct or close to this number. 6,975,915,775.30. And the best part, we still have another 24 years to go. Let's look at 2024, the grand finale. Let's see what that number gets to in 24 years from 2000. Let me put that number in the calculator. Now guess what, guys? This number is so big that the calculator is showing me a mistake. It's saying that you can't enter a number higher than $1 billion. Let's see if I can find this answer by doing it in a simple calculator. I have the number here. So basically, if you want to do the maths more in a simple calculator, all you have to do is use this, whatever number you have here. Let's say we take this one for instance. All you have to do is 289 times 1 plus 12%, which is 1.12, to the power of number of years. So in this case, it's 50 years. And you should get this, should match with that. So just to give you an example. So again, what I've done is I've plugged this in here. I've done 1 plus 12%, so 1.12 to the power of, this is 24 years. So I've used 24 years. And the number for the grand finale is 105,884,837,031.62. So 1, 2, 3. This is $105 billion, $884 million, and $837,031.62. Now, this is a huge amount from just starting with $1 200 years ago. How many of us today has that much money in our bank account? Very few. The reason is not many people think generational wealth. If someone has thought about just putting $1, forget about 200 years ago, just in 1950, compounded over 1950 to now is 74 years, they should end up somewhere here, if you think about it, around that figure here. So the thing I'm trying to get to is basically the power of compounding. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from probably one of the greatest genius of all time, Mr. Albert Einstein. He himself said that compounding is the world's 8th wonder. And there's a reason behind this. Compounding is not just money. Compounding is anything. It is to do with habits. You've probably come across this book called Atomic Habits. It's exactly that, where it talks about how you can build good habits in your life by compounding small, minuscule good habits in your daily life, and eventually over a year, 5 years, 10 years, you start having those great habits. In this case, we saw how having just $1 in 1800, if you had invested it at 12% compounding annual growth rate, over the space of about 200 years, you get to $105 billion from just that $1. If you found this video insightful, guys, please do share this with your friends and families, especially your kids, because I bet if your kids start mastering this skill set, while you've probably noticed the most important thing here is this word called time. Compounding is all about time. If your kid starts investing from a very young age, you will see after he gets to his 30s or 40s, the amount of money he will have in his bank account will be so much that probably you've never ever seen in your life so far. Please do share these type of videos with your friends and families, and especially your kids. And if you like such videos, please go and watch my other video that I just made on what is failure, how I see failure, the failures I've seen in my life, and how I treat them as feedbacks more than failures, and the technique that I use to get to my success, how I shrink time to get to success. That video would be something that I'd really recommend for you to watch. It's gonna be on top somewhere here. Please go and watch this video and subscribe, because I'll help you make more money. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understand.